Hey, Dale, what did Cinderella do when she got to the ball?
I don't know. What does Cinderella do when she got to the ball?
She started to gag.
Damn. Scott, that's dirtier than normal.
You think that's dirty? Why does Santa Claus have such a big sack?
Oh, jeez.
Because he only comes once a year.
All right. I could beat both of those. What does a vampire do with boiling water and a tampon?
Oh, God. I don't know.
He makes tea.
That is dirty.
That's what she said.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. From their secret underground studio, this is the Swish Edition.
I got a mouthful for you guys.
Dale and Scott are in the studio on the mics, and they fired up the antenna.
It has to come whether you like it or not.
And if you're willing to show it, they'll take a picture of it.
I actually think I might throw it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, here are your new best friends. They're your
It's
hosts,
very exciting for me because this is the best show ever made.
Dale and Scott.
January 25th, 2022.
What?
That's the year, man. That is the year that we're living in.
As of like 3 weeks ago.
How are you?
All right.
Feeling good? Feeling good in the neighborhood?
Getting there.
What is that, feeling good in the neighborhood? Is that Applebee's? I think.
Good in the neighborhood.
Feeling good in the neighborhood.
I mean, not everything that has neighborhood in it is from fucking Applebee's.
Let me tell you, though, we've got Applebee's here in our little hometown. It might be the worst restaurant in our hometown. It's not Applebee's.
No.
Applebee's is not all that. I mean, it's good in a pinch, I guess. I think I'd rather go to the Chili's if I had to pick one of those kind of places. Or a TGI Friday. I haven't been to one of those in years. Are they still around?
I think so. And the only good thing about a Fridays is the Jack Daniel's sauce.
That's true.
That's a good barbecue sauce.
That is good. You can buy that at the grocery store, you know.
Yeah, it's really, it's sweet and kind of smoky. It's really good.
Yeah, I like that. I like sweet and smoky. That's me. Sweet and smoky.
Sweet and smoky, sweet and smoky.
So I don't know about you guys, but if you guys have Netflix and you're not watching The Great Ozark,
then why are you paying for a subscription?
I don't know what's wrong with you. Dale and I binged, because that's what we do. We binged Ozark. We watched all 7 episodes.
I wouldn't say we binged it.
Okay, it came out.
It's not a binge.
All right.
We watched it over 3 days. That's not a binge.
It's true. It's true.
Our friend Ashley.
Yeah.
From Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
She watched it in a whole day.
She watched all 7 episodes in one day.
Yep.
Wow. I just didn't have that kind of time. I had stuff I had to do. All right, so we watched the first 2 episodes on Friday night when it came out. We watched 4 on Saturday night, and then we watched the last one last night.
Right.
Sunday night. Or night before last. Wow is all I can say. We're not going to give any spoilers away, except that, you know, a lot of people I've been reading comments online said this season's not worth it. I'm bored. And I'm like, what? This season has been amazing.
It's been great, just like every single other freaking episode.
Yeah. I mean, the show is consistently good. There hasn't been a bad episode.
I was worried about the 7th episode of this first part.
Yeah.
Because the beginning started off
really weird.
And when it first starts, you think it's a flashback to the very beginning.
Yeah.
But then you realize it's not. It's just a flashback to like a few hours.
It's very confusing.
It's very confusing as to win this phone call, but you by the end of the episode, you do get the sense that it's not, because the office is different.
Okay, I don't think you should say anything else, but I think you're right that it's confusing and that we're not sure what period of time we're in. But I don't know if you should give anything else away, because it might ruin it for people if they haven't watched yet.
Why bring this up? All right, we watched it. That's all we can say.
And we loved it. we cannot wait. And what we found out recently, just yesterday morning, is I found out that it on Binge Mom, we said that the second part, the last 7 episodes, would come out in late July.
July 24th. That's when it's scheduled.
Right. But it turns out that Jason Bateman has been on the record saying that he thinks it's going to be sooner than later. And a lot of people think it's probably going to be out by May because they want to be out in time for Emmy consideration. The entire season has to be out before they can be up for Emmys. So I suspect that we may see it drop in May.
That'd be great. Yeah. They should do it tomorrow.
It's already in the can.
They should do it tomorrow.
It's already in the can. They finished filming last year. So
God, I hate this. I hate this, and I hate this about fucking Walking Dead.
All right, making us wait.
It's going to come out in February, and it's going to be broken up.
Yeah, and then we have to wait another couple months. Part 2 is going
to come out and probably at AMC. AMC's a bitch.
They are.
I guarantee AMC's a bitch. I guarantee you.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing, and they're going to come out. They're going to come out in February, and I guarantee you the second part, because I haven't seen any news about this. The second part of The Walking Dead, of the final season, will be out in like September, October.
They're gonna milk it for all it's worth.
Milk it, baby, milk it.
But then there's talks of spinoff, so we're gonna get a Daryl spinoff, and we might get a who knows who spinoff.
No Carol spinoff.
Talking about Carol spinoff.
No.
If you guys,
nobody likes Carol.
If you guys watch or have HBO or HBO Max, then you know White Lotus was one of the biggest shows of this year. White Lotus 2, they finally have supposedly, it's reportedly, it's a rumor, HBO has not confirmed this, but we believe we're going to Italy. We're going to Sicily, to be exact, for the second season, which is fine. Hey, the Mediterranean, that works for me.
Yeah.
So we're going from Hawaii to Sicily. I think that's kind of fun. We do know that, what's her name's going to be in it?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah. Has been on this show.
I would like for this to be like I want to have it. I want to see it be like a long run, and every season should be a whole group of new people.
Yeah,
and somehow Jennifer Coolidge is
always there.
Is always on vacation with these
but
people.
The question is, and this was just brought up recently that I read, is that it's very possible she won't be playing the same character.
Oh, no.
I know.
I would rather it be a whole group of new people, and she comes back
as the same character. Right.
Although she plays the same character regardless of what name you give her. But she should play the same character, the same freaking one.
Yeah. All right, you guys probably know that the Super Bowl is coming up soon. It's right smack dab in the middle of the Olympics, I believe. So there'll be a lot going on if you guys like sports. Anyway, have you seen this? Pepsi has released a Pepsi Super Bowl halftime commercial to kind of get people excited about their halftime show. Have you seen the commercial?
I have. It's great.
It's friggin' amazing.
It's very 90s, man.
What's amazing about this commercial is it's better than the show is going to be, and I guarantee it. This is so slick and so highly produced that they cannot possibly do as well live in the stadium out in L.A.
I am willing to agree with you at this point in time that the commercial is likely better than what the show is going to be.
So this year, if you guys don't know, it's Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, and Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, other than Kendrick Lamar, you got a whole 90s set, and I love it. Like that one with Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Like I'm all for that stuff, and I'm digging this one. I'm digging it.
I'm digging it. I don't know. It's
going to be great.
I don't know that it really. I mean, it seems to me that they're going after a certain demographic. They've done this for this is the third year in a row that it's not like a really super poppy group or a country group or a mainstream rock group. So you know what? They must know what they're doing, and it's going to be a great show. All these people are amazing.
They are taking it in a direction that does. I mean, nothing appeals to everyone, right? We get that. But there is some that appeals to the majority.
Yeah.
This does not.
You could see Middle America. Middle America is going to be
like, what the hell?
Instead of watching the halftime show like we all do, like as soon as the final seconds of the second quarter are over, everyone runs to the bathroom so they can get back in time for the halftime show. I don't know that Middle America is going to be doing that for this one.
And I don't know the demographics of the Super Bowl. I don't
either.
I don't.
But they must know what they're doing, and Pepsi must know what.
This could be the best lineup ever. Who knows? I don't know. It just seems like it's not. It's unappealing to most than all.
But it's rap and it's urban, and it doesn't seem to be. And they're doing it for the third year in a row. So, but they must know what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. I'm enjoying it. I will actually probably enjoy this show. The controversy this week is that there's 115 paid dancers, but then untold hundreds of predominantly African American movers and shakers who are being asked to volunteer their time for the halftime show. And what they're asking these people to do is they have to commit to 9 days of rehearsals leading up to the show for a total of 9 to 10 hours a day, and it's all completely unpaid. And online, there's been many celebrities and musicians and actors and dancers and all kinds of people who are really crying foul about this, because the Super Bowl is one of the most biggest money-making things ever. Pepsi certainly has plenty of money to pay these people, but they're asking these hundreds of people who are going to be performing during this halftime show to work for free for 9 days.
Nothing wrong with that.
You don't think there's anything? Well, there is nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that there is an uproar about it. So I'm bringing you the news. So, would you like to be a volunteer dancer out on the field?
I think it'd be fun.
I think it's weird, though, that the ad specifically says predominantly African American. That's what they want. They're not looking for white guys like you and me. They're looking for African American people.
So I can't go.
M&M is white.
Okay.
So there should be some white people out there on the field, right?
So I can't go. It's a shame.
Well, you can't go because we're really busy in early February, and we don't have time for you to go all the way out to LA for 9 days.
Yeah. Okay.
But we will be watching. We'll probably have a party. Put it on the TVs.
A little party.
Yeah. Speaking of entertainment, Adele. You guys probably heard about this because it's been all over the news. She's making lots of people very, very mad in Vegas. There's some controversy here because her reason for canceling her shows at the very last minute without, like, what was it, Dale? 24-hour notice or less?
Or I think it was less than that, and it's all a big fucking lie. Why can't these people just be fucking honest?
She says that it was basically because of supply problems and COVID.
Bullshit.
But basically what we're hearing on the interwebs and around town is that Adele is a diva who keeps changing the show and it's not ready. So she had to cancel it because she didn't feel like she was ready. There were people, literally, you said, there was someone on an airplane on their way to Vegas.
They talked to one of the local Las Vegas outlets and said that they had found out mid-flight. And these were domestics. This was a domestic flight.
But there were people that came from Europe.
Right, that's what you were telling me.
Yeah. So she felt so bad about this, apparently. I don't believe it. That she actually got on FaceTime with some people and apologized to them, and she wrote some notes and whatever.
I'm not saying that maybe she don't feel bad. I'm just saying that she's lying.
But if you put out
because fucking COVID. Because if you watch the news for the last 3 days, like Thursday, Friday, and yesterday, it's Adele cancels concerts because of COVID. That is
ridiculous.
That's not the case. It is obviously not the case.
And she doesn't have COVID.
Everything in Las Vegas is going on. everything.
All
Everything
the Cirque shows are back. All the concerts are going on.
So don't fucking say it's fucking COVID. What are these people who are knowing that lying will eventually catch up with you, and you're going to get more shit?
Yeah.
When you're caught, then just come out and fucking say, "I apologize. I'm."
Yeah. Well, listen,
my show's not ready.
I'm not a huge Adele fan. I will admit that she has an amazing voice, but I would not want to sit in a theater for 90 minutes or whatever, 2 hours and listen to her sing. Because there's no dancers, there's no pyrotechnics. It's just her standing there singing. That's great. I'm sure she's great, but I wouldn't go see her if she was playing on my back porch. But
wow.
Maybe if she was on the back porch, I might wander out and just check it out. But I wouldn't.
I don't know how you could say that she has a great voice, but you wouldn't go see her if she's playing on the back porch. It makes no sense.
Well, I wouldn't spend thousands of dollars to see it.
No, I won't spend $1,000 on her either.
I mean, I'd go to a Gaga show because that's going to be over the top and awesome.
Yeah, that I like.
I'd go to Katy Perry because that's going to be over the top and awesome. But Adele doesn't do that kind of thing.
I honestly believe that Adele could be slowly taking Celine Dion.
Yeah, but Celine does upbeat stuff, and all of Adele's stuff.
Because you like Celine, and there's people who actually love Adele, we love Celine Dion.
I'm sure that's true, but all of Adele's stuff is maudlin and sad and not very exciting. I mean, she doesn't have I Drove All Night.
No, she doesn't.
We did get news this week that the Hard Rock Hotel, which is taking over the famed Mirage out there in Vegas, is definitely going to be getting rid of the volcano. So if you guys love the volcano, like some people on change.org, oh my God, this is so, I almost said this is so gay, which is that's totally wrong. It's where are your priorities that you're spending time starting a change.org petition to save the fucking Mirage volcano?
Change.org has nothing to do with personal private businesses.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Is it just it's so this is so stupid.
You could send me a petition with 1 million signatures, but the fucking volcano's going regardless. It's a rebrand.
As of yesterday morning, there was only 1,500 signatures on the Save the Mirage volcano.
Because I mean, they only use the volcano now. They don't do the whole pirate ship thing. The whole thing needs to just come down.
It's so stupid.
It's old.
Well, the pirate ship is over at Treasure Island, and they haven't done that for years.
Volcano.
No, two totally different.
That's another one that needs to come down.
Well, the pirate ship's still there. They just don't do the shows anymore. Anyway, the volcano's going away because they're going to build a huge, massive guitar-shaped hotel right there where the volcano is.
Fucking awesome.
It is going to look awesome. Listen, the volcano was there for 30 fucking years. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you're shit out of luck. But if you did see it, you saw it. So what do you need it to stick around for?
Yeah.
Things change, right? Yeah. All right, now we're gonna go to the woke police section of the show. Dale's probably not going to be excited about this part. Fargo star Allison Tolman put out this, basically an open letter to Hollywood. She's very upset, and she wants to talk to writers and showrunners to avoid all jokes about characters' bodies. She doesn't want any television show or movie to not only jokes, but any mention of a person's body, whether they're big or small. She says, this is quote, take the jokes about weight out of your scripts. I promise they aren't funny. And even if they were, they don't hold up well. And even if they did, they're unkind, either to your character or your actors or someone in your audience or crew. It's not worth it. So she's getting all this pushback. Now, a lot of people think this is great. You shouldn't make jokes about people's weight. But, I mean, there have been fat jokes forever, right?
Right.
And this is the thing that it keeps coming up and over again. Yes, obviously, it's not nice to make fun of someone for their weight, whether they're skinny or fat. I used to get horribly teased because I was super, super skinny growing up. And I'm sure that overweight people get teased for being overweight too. That happens. But jokes are jokes. And there should be no limits, I believe, on what is comedy and what isn't. And I don't understand why someone like Allison Tolman needs to tell Hollywood what they can do and what they can't do.
Right.
But she's out there doing it. And she's getting a lot of pushback from a lot of people. But a lot of people are applauding her also.
My only comment about this whole thing is that if you're out there listening and you're listening to this Allison Tolman, whatever, and you think that you can live your entire life without being offended, then fuck you.
Well, that's what
fuck you.
That's what I've been saying since the beginning of time.
Fuck you. It's life.
You don't have some kind of amazing right to not be offended.
No.
You know, there are things that you're not going to agree with that other people believe in.
And the fact that you could even begin to think that way, like, where the fuck do you get off?
Right.
Thinking that you could live your entire life without being offended.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's just it. It's just so stupid. And I haven't read this script, and this goes along with this. Mm-hmm. But have you not? I don't know if it's in here. Have you not seen the news of a college who has basically written out like 10 words of the vocabulary?
Oh, they're not allowed to use anymore?
Not allowed to use.
Do you have examples? No.
If you talk, I'll think of one, because there was one good one which is basically, it relates back to this. If you think you're going to live your life without being 1 ounce offended, then fuck you.
Well, this is just, I mean, this, I get so upset about this because we talked about it last week about Steve Harvey declaring that he's not going to do stand-up anymore because he's worried that he's going to lose his TV jobs. So he said, I'll do stand-up when I'm done with my TV jobs.
Yeah.
You know, but isn't that a sad state of affairs that stand-up comics can't go and do their stuff and get a laugh because they fear that they're going to be canceled and that their whole world's going to come to a screeching halt.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
That is incredibly sad. Yes, regardless of who the person is. Do
you want to purposely make people feel bad? No. Do you want to be mean to people for things that are out of their control? No. But there are no limits when it comes to comedy. And there are no limits when it comes to...
It's not even comedy.
But I don't see why...
It's not even comedy.
So one of her examples was, when you're auditioning for an intern part, don't write that she's a skinny intern. That's not right. Because small bodies are considered complimentary, and that's not. Yeah.
Oh.
And so you're not allowed to look for a skinny intern. You just have to look for an intern, and she'll just be whatever size that she is, which is fine.
That's fine.
It's fine. Except, why are you putting limits on some writer or some showrunner or some comedian whether or not they can cast a skinny intern in the part?
Right.
Or, you know, there was this whole blow up a couple months ago about a show that this white family had a Latino maid. They were auditioning Latino women to play the Latino maid for this white family. And people were up in arms because they thought that was racist and elitist and, you know, whatever. But guess what? There are a lot of Latino maids. And this white family in this script had a Latino maid.
I mean, what's true is true.
Exactly.
What's true is true.
But people don't like it. I love that one line that said, what was the show or the movie that said, you know, one character made a reference to a Mexican, and they're like, oh, you can't call them Mexicans. That's derogatory. And it's like, what? They are Mexican. Mexican's not a bad word.
It's not a bad word.
It's because the woke police is out there, and people feel like they just have to be ultra conservative and careful about everything. Calling someone Mexican is not a bad thing if you're a Mexican.
All right, so I found this article.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you at least 2 examples because it's kind of hard to go through.
All right.
One of the words that is now not supposedly allowed to be used is the word minority. and their reasoning is when minority, this is quote, when minority is used to refer to other races or abilities, used as a generalized term for the other, and implies a less than attitude toward the community or communities being discussed.
Okay, I can see where they came up with that and why that. I get that.
No longer can use the word housekeeping. Housekeeping is another problematic word that the guide recommends that should be avoided by others because it feels gendered. Because the majority of housekeepers in this country are more than likely women.
Okay, but
so now because it's gendered, you can't use the word housekeeping.
But why can't a man keep house? I don't understand that. That makes no sense.
You can no longer use the word manpower.
Okay, yeah, I get that. People power? Not even. I mean, some people don't even want to be called a
Can't
bird.
use the words or the term spirit animal.
Well, that came from a fucking TV show. That came from the morning show. That was bullshit made up. That is so ridiculous.
There's another ridiculous. Oh, you can't use the word lame.
What's wrong with lame?
Because it's considered problematic because it's ableist for those who technically a medical definition of lame, which no one uses.
Nobody uses
except for animals like a lame horse. No one has never used the word lame for a human.
No, not very often.
No.
It's so fucking stupid. This is it probably happened.
This is a guidebook from the University of Washington.
All right, the University of Washington needs to get a fucking
And
clue.
not only has the University of Washington published this, is that they've asked their employees to also prevent their contractors, people they do business with, from also using this language.
It's getting too much.
And they've given them a paragraph to write in their emails to their contractors when they use these words. And it's, quote, this is what these are what these people are supposed to copy and paste in an email.
Let me hear it.
When they get an email from a vendor. Unfortunately, in working with your product or service, we have identified language that can be considered offensive due to its racist, ableist, and or sexist origins. Can you let us know what efforts you are undertaking to move away from this language so as to create a more inclusive product or service?
Now that's lame.
What the fuck?
This goes back to
if I were a vendor.
If you were a vendor, you would be like, I'm going for the hills. I'm gonna do business somewhere else.
Right.
Not with the University of Washington.
Or not even understand what the hell is going on.
No, because it's fucking stupid. The university system in the United States, they're all like this. They're all like this now. They have nothing better to do. Guess what? Teach our fucking kids. Teach our kids geography and math and sciences and the law and art and that kind of thing. And stop with all this woke fucking bullshit. They'll figure that out on their own.
Right.
And you're making everyone such a fucking snowflake that they're not going to be able to compete in the world. And we're going to have a bunch of fucking... Do you read these?
Pussies.
You read these articles about not the millennial. Is it the millennials or the Generation Z or whatever they call the kids today? They're getting out of school and getting jobs.
Whatever it is now, yeah.
They don't know how to function in the real world. They don't know how to work. They want to start at the top. They want personal days. They want mental health days. Oh, I'm not feeling good about myself today. I need to stay home and have a mental health day. It's like, fucking go to work, you motherfucker. What the fuck? I went to work every fucking day unless I had the flu.
Right.
You know? Yeah, I had bad days. Yeah, I had days that I didn't feel great about myself mentally.
You know how many days I've gone to work hung the fuck over?
Well, yeah, that's a personal thing. I mean, that's your own fault.
I mean, more than I can count.
Anyway, this all started when they started deciding that you're not allowed to call someone handicapped. They're handicapable. They don't even use that anymore. What do they call them? Otherwise functioning. It changes every day. You know what? I don't worry about offending people. If you don't like my language, you don't like the words I use, move on.
The thing is,
move on to the next guy. You don't need to be friends with me.
No, and the thing is that
and I don't want to offend you on purpose. I'm not trying to come out and offend you on purpose. I want everyone to like me, and I don't want to offend you, but I'm not going to call you a plural name when you're just a one person. I mean, that's one thing I find ridiculous. You know, they went to the store. Who went to the store? John. Well, John's only one person. That's not a they. You dumb fuck. That's lame.
And the thing is,
you must be handicapped.
The thing is that this is not a thing. The thing is that this sort of thing makes the news because it's incredibly ridiculous.
Because it's stupid.
But no one's doing this.
I hope
no one's
not.
doing it.
Yeah, but a lot of our friends are putting
it.
But a lot of our friends are putting their fucking pronouns on their Instagram page, and it's like, would you please stop? Would you please stop with this? There's just a handful of people. Literally a handful of people that are doing the pronoun thing.
The pronoun
you don't
thing,
need to do it too, because my friend John Smith is putting he, his. Yes, we get that because your name is John Smith, you stupid fuck. You don't need to be putting that on your fucking Instagram page. Let the people who decide to be something different put it on their page.
And I get what these people are trying to do. It's never going to work, and you just need to start using your name.
It's very confusing.
I mean, I've seen the they, them, and the they're there. It
doesn't even make any sense.
But I've been on social media and I've seen these ones that start with X, like Z, zer. The shit's never going to fly. It's never going to take off.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because no one's going to say, oh, hi, my name is Dale, I'm he, him. If you're going to go that route, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work.
Because you can do whatever you... Listen,
you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want, and I give you all the... You have all the power to do whatever you want.
Right.
What you can't do is expect other people to fall in line with your out-of-the-ordinary thing.
It's not going to work because it's too complicated.
Right. It is too complicated, and it doesn't make grammatical English sense for you to do that.
Right.
So you can't expect people to call you they when you're a singular person, because they is plural. So you're using... You came up with the wrong thing, and you wonder why people don't want to do it. It's because it's stupid. Right?
I mean,
God, I'm going to get all kinds of letters. I'm going to get all kinds of letters about
years,
this
and then
today.
you want to change everything.
In related news, the Grammys are moving to Las Vegas because of COVID in LA. Apparently, there is no COVID in Las Vegas, but they've got it in LA. The problem is that California sucks, and they have horrible, horrible restrictive rules still. LA is making it so hard that they canceled the Grammys that were supposed to take place on January 31st. They're now going to hold them at the MGM Garden Arena at the MGM Grand on April 3rd in Las Vegas. We actually might be living there then.
Right.
So we might have the Grammys just down the street. How many songs away?
2.5 songs.
2.5 songs away from our house. 7.8 miles to the MGM Grand from our house. We hope to move in. We hope to be there settled by the end of March.
I'm living there the 19th.
19th of what?
February.
In related news, this is fun. To celebrate Las Vegas's 5 millionth marriage license, which is expected to happen sometime in the month of February. Dale and I have one of those 5 million, by the way. The Waldorf Astoria Hotel is rolling out their ultra-lavish wedding weekend package for 300 guests.
Wow.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It's not for them or he or she. It's only for a very, very few people who are going to spend $5 million on this package. It includes a round-trip private jet to Las Vegas for the couple and their bridal party. They get the presidential suite at the Waldorf Astoria, a shopping spree, high-end wedding rings, meals at the resort's upscale restaurants, and a 7-night honeymoon to any other Waldorf Astoria in the entire world.
Wow.
Plus rice for their guests to throw at them.
Well, it seems kind of unfair.
Why is that?
I mean, because if this were a straight wedding, but only the bridal party is allowed to go?
The bridal party, that means both. That means both sides. Yeah. Yeah. The bridal party could be the groomsmen and the maids of honor.
Yeah. The wedding party.
All right. So maybe they should change that word. Look at you being all woke.
No, because that's where bride is. I just thought it was just the bridal side of the whole thing.
You're taking away from the gist here is that it's a $5 million wedding package.
Yeah.
Private jet. 7-night honeymoon anywhere Waldorf Astoria is in the world. 300 guests. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know the Waldorf Astoria was that big. I mean, I know it's ugly. It's ugly as sin. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's
the Las Vegas one is.
Yeah, it's this yellow building.
I mean, the outside is.
It's right in front of the Aria.
The inside I've never been in. I'm sure it's fucking fabulous.
It's supposed to have some great restaurants. Maybe we should go in there.
Yeah.
Check it out. Anyway, so you got $5 million and you want to get married. You could be the 5 millionth person to get married in Vegas, I guess.
Hey.
Should we talk about Meatloaf? No. So I wanted to talk about Meatloaf and say that I was very upset that he died. He was an amazing singer. I know Celine Dion covered a lot of his songs. He was in some iconic movies like Fight Club and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Right.
He was a great guy. He was an actor. He was a singer. He was amazing. But he also, turns out, as we've found out, he was an anti-masker and an anti-vaxxer, and he died of COVID. He told a journalist a couple months ago, if I die, I die. And he did, of COVID.
Ba-dum-bum.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. He was in his 70s. I think he was like 72, maybe? Anyway, it's kind of sad to die of something that you didn't need to die of if you just took the damn vax. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. Guys, you do you.
Boo.
You do you, boo. A truck carrying 100 monkeys. You guys, everyone's heard this story. A truck carrying 100 monkeys was involved in a crash in Pennsylvania last Friday, and state police had to go round up some of the monkeys that escaped. Some of the monkeys had to be put down because I guess they got hurt in the accident. But they got all the monkeys. None of them got away.
I thought there was still one left.
The truck, as of yesterday, they caught them all.
I saw that too. And then
there was conflicting reports.
Then yesterday morning, I saw that there was still one left that was unaccounted for.
I hope he's at someone's house and is now a pet, because these monkeys were on their way to a CDC-approved testing lab, and God knows what the fuck these monkeys are going to be having to deal with.
I mean,
it's really shitty. It's shitty what we do to animals in this country.
It's very shitty.
In the name of science and cosmetics and monkeys and rabbits and gerbils and mice, and we do horrible, horrible, nasty things. I can't think about it. It makes my stomach churn. And I'm not trying to be woke or anything, but this is horrible what we do. Poor fucking monkeys. I wish all 100 of the monkeys had gotten away, and 100 families in Pennsylvania took them in as pets and refused to give them back.
No, I wish they became wild and America became known for monkeys.
That would be fun. Although I wouldn't be able to sleep at night because every time I go to a Caribbean or somewhere with open air rooms, I feel like monkeys are going to attack me in the middle of the night. Maybe they want to do that because I want to make sure they're not going to get sent to a CDC approved testing lab.
Right?
They probably shoot them up full of COVID to see what happens to them. It's horrible. I can't even think about it. Meanwhile, the M&M character... Now, tell me how this makes any fucking sense. And why you would spend 5 minutes even thinking about this. Mars, the biggest candy company, the biggest privately held company in the country, who owns M&Ms, have decided that they need a more dynamic and progressive M&M's fucking cartoon characters in their commercials. This is so fucking stupid. So they call these the 6 different colored... They call them lentils. Did you know M&Ms were called lentils?
I didn't know that.
and you guys have seen the commercials. They've been on for years and years and years.
They're fun.
Yeah, each one has their own personality, but they're giving them a modern makeover. They want them to be more dynamic and progressive in this new world that we're living in. So they redesigned most notably, they've redesigned the, is it the green one? She was a girl, and she used to wear white-heeled go-go boots.
Yeah.
And she was always supposed to be really cool and laid back. No, they're making her cool and laid back. They're getting rid of her high-heeled go-go boots. And they're not going to make her as mean as she used to be. They wanted the green M&M to be a better representation to reflect confidence and empowerment as a strong female and less known for her boots. The green M&M and the brown M&M will now have a friendly relationship, showcasing a force supporting women instead of two characters that used to throw shade at each other. Are you fucking kidding me? These are fucking cartoon M&Ms.
I don't have anything to say about this.
It's so
no one's asked for this.
Nobody is at nobody. It says that Mars has received criticism over the years about green M&M's sexy characterization. I call bullshit on that.
No, they haven't.
Because nobody is giving 5 seconds worth of thought to the fucking green M&M on the TV commercial.
I'm saying they may have gotten some, but it's not an overwhelming number that makes you want to spend
any amount of money or time or effort on it. A huge amount
of your advertising budget to change everything.
And what is wrong with a sexy green M&M? Why can't the sexy green M&M be sexy with go-go boots and throw shade at her fellow characters? What's wrong with that? That's something that a lot of people do. Fuck. If that's what we're not allowed to do anymore, then get rid of drag queens, because that's all they do is throw shade at other people and be sexy. So give me a fucking break. I don't understand why everything needs to be sugar-coated for the entire world. Ha! Sugar-coated M&Ms.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
There was a story that was kind of got some coverage this past week. Newsweek is where I read it. This 10-year-old girl got lost in the woods in Russia in the midwinter blizzard. And she was gone for a long time. I guess it was like 2 days. And she stayed alive by hugging a dog, right?
Yeah.
A missing dog. Not a missing dog. What do you call a dog that doesn't have a home? A homeless dog.
Homeless dog.
A stray dog.
Stray dog.
A homeless dog. I'm sure there's some kind of woke shit about saying homeless dog. It was stray dog. Anyway. They found her, and they found her clutching onto this dog. The dog kept her alive for 18 hours.
That's nice.
The story never said anything about what happened to the dog. They just said the girl's fine. She's going to be fine. She was reunited with her family. She's good. There was no fucking mention of what they did with the dog. Did they take the dog in? The dog saved the girl's life. There's no mention of what they did with the fucking dog in the middle of the blizzard.
They probably helicoptered the girl out of there and just left the fucking dog.
Left the fucking dog. I would rather have the story be about dog. Girl saves dog. Dog gets rescued.
Right.
Helicoptered out. Leave the fucking girl there.
Right. What about the girl?
Stupid girl. Why did she wander off in a blizzard anyway? She's probably not. Her parents could just make another one.
Make another.
The U.S. wants to arrest a cruise ship. You've probably seen this. The Crystal Symphony was, I don't know. They didn't pay their fuel bill. Something like $4 million. Is that what we read?
It was almost $4 million. Yeah, it was a lot.
So some judge in Miami said that when you dock here to let off your passengers at the end of this cruise, we're taking the boat because you haven't paid your business. Well, cruise ship decided, fuck that. We're not going to Miami. We're going to go to the Bahamas. They went to Bimini, let the passengers off there, and then ferried them back to Miami.
That could not have been a fun, because I know what they were on. They were on those.
This is not a cheap cruise.
Just those fucking rescue boats that they ferried across.
Yeah.
I know, like Bahamas and the United States are close.
It's a ways though.
But when you're on,
hours.
But when you're on a little a little save my life boat, it's going to take a while.
Genting Hong Kong is the company that owns Crystal Cruise Lines. They've gone out of business. They've filed for bankruptcy, and Crystal is going away. I suspect that some of the big companies like Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, they'll buy up these ships.
Was Crystal the one that ran aground? That really big story?
That was MSC.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, Crystal is pretty high up there. I mean, they do all the river cruises in Europe, and I've looked at going on them many times. And then they now have I think they have 3 ocean-going ships that are now all going to be seized.
Okay, but does this Genting Hong Kong own the European river cruises?
Well, not all of them, but the Crystal ones, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's several companies still in business, but not Crystal. Crystal is now kaput. Anyway, we'll go from there to Amazon. It looks like Amazon is going backwards in time. They've decided they're going to open Kohl's.
I'm not surprised.
Like stores.
I am not surprised about this. Not one bit am I surprised.
The mega corporation announced last Thursday that it plans to open its first physical clothing store later this year in Glendale, California. The store is called, I love this, Amazon Style, which Morning Brew called a clever combination of the company's name and the concept of style. Right. Amazon Style will feature some techie upgrades to old school physical retail. Like when you go into the fitting room, they'll see what you're wearing and then they'll recommend other stuff that you might want to buy. QR codes that you can scan with your phone to see if they have your additional sizes and colors available in the back, which I like that idea. And customers can send items to the fitting room via the Amazon shopping app.
That's just weird.
I don't know. Did you see this coming? And people still like to buy clothes in person because they want to fucking try them on.
No, I get this. And I don't think this is ridiculous. What I think is ridiculous is all the extra things that just people don't fucking want. I mean, so customers can send items to a fitting room via the Amazon shopping app. So what does that mean? Do you just walk into a store and do you just go, I'm going to fitting room 14?
I don't.
And then you just have a seat and you go through the Amazon Style app and just have shit come to your room?
I don't know.
I just think that's ridiculous.
And it seems pointless. Just pick up the shit you want and take it in there with you.
But what I don't know about this is this just Amazon clothing?
Yeah.
Or is this everything?
I think it's just their own stuff because they're making a lot of stuff now.
I get that, but they don't make everything, and they make a lot of money on.
Maybe they're selling other people's stuff too.
People's shit.
I didn't put that on our script. I didn't get that far down in the article.
Yeah, but it's not worth it because no one.
I don't think I'm going to an Amazon style store anytime soon. But I mean, if I want to get that kind of experience, I'll just go to Target.
Right.
Anyway, that's it. Don't forget to listen to the Binge Bum podcast this Friday. It won't be nearly as snarky as this show. We try not to be snarky on that show. We try to keep it fun for everyone.
It's a much better show.
This show, well, this show did get a little down this week. Maybe we should try to be a little light and airy next week. I'll try to come up with fun, uplifting topics next week.
There you go.
But this week, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Bye, guys.
Fuck it. Melt in your mouth, not in your hand.